Our world still bears the scars that we suffered from the Willy Wonka experience. God rest the souls of all who lost their time and money at that event. It is by far the silliest scam event, and it became a massive worldwide phenomenon with people talking about it. It was like Fyre Fest, except for Willy Wonka fans. It was just such a beautiful tragedy that really grabbed the whole world by the tits. Even the victims of the scam couldn't help but recognize how fucking wacky it was. And since then, there's been a couple of other big scam events that have come out, but not to the level we're about to see here. I'd argue this is almost to the same silliness level as the Willy Wonka experience. It just happened recently with a fraudulent Bridgerton ball. So Bridgerton is a massive show, I'm sure you've all heard of it, and there was an event organizer who was putting on a big Bridgerton event, charging 300 clams to attend, promising to deliver a wet dream, an absolute fantasy of an event, but when you got there, it was a nightmare.
Who say they're now out hundreds of dollars and have no regal experience to show for it.
Standing in the rain, dressed to the nines.
Honestly, I just want my money back.
Superfans say they didn't get what they thought they were paying for at the Detroit Bridgerton Ball.
They paid 300 doubloons only to get stuck standing outside the venue in the rain in their most expensive, most elaborate outfits, just getting poured on. And if you did get inside, well, it wasn't exactly special. It was pretty barren and empty. It makes the surprise party my parents tried to throw for me in middle school look like the Met Gala. A Twitter user named Rachel gave us the scoop from the inside here about the Bridgerton Ball and what exactly it consisted of. So, $300 price tag, and basically it was a lot of people sitting around on their phones because there was nothing to do. There was no ball. There was no anything. It was like the fucking void that Squidward goes to be all alone. Except you're not alone, you're just surrounded by multiple hundreds of other people that also got scammed and paid to be there. There's also some hoopla before the event even took place because of a rescheduling that didn't make a lot of sense. So originally the event was supposed to happen in August, but then there was hoopla, they pushed it to September, and then there was even accusations that the reason that they had to push the date is because they weren't paying the previous venue, which is why they got, you know, kicked out of using the venue or something to that effect. But regardless, the event did happen 3 days ago, or lack thereof an event, really. Here's the decor of the Bridgerton Ball event. Stellar, absolutely jaw-dropping, breathtaking, even. This is straight out of a wet dream. I mean, just look at how great it looks. So, as you can see, it wasn't exactly the best put-together venue. That looks like something you'd see set up at the state fair for photos, not a $300 Bridgerton Ball event. And I think the Twitter user really hit the nail on the head. I have a game theory here. I think the organizers got all of this money from all of these attendees, and they were just extremely happy. And then as it came closer to the date, they realized, oh, we can't just take their money. We're going to go to jail for that. That's illegal. We have to put on some kind of event. So they panicked and then went to Party City, grabbed this furniture, and just set it down haphazardly there. It really feels like this whole event was put on like the actual day before. And even less, perhaps. Like maybe a few hours before people got there, they had like a couple of friends and family scrambling to get like some chairs and, you know, hire someone to play the violin. Because one of the advertisements was like live music. Well, here's the live music. A single violin player, like probably playing the saddest song you've ever heard too. Like that must feel awful. You get hired for a gig and it turns out to be this. That's gotta feel like shit. So you just sit there forced to play for people that are miserable after having been scammed, after having been stood out in the rain for God knows how long, and you have to sit there as the only source of sound in the venue, aside from like tears from people who realized how much money they just wasted. But don't worry, the event wasn't without entertainment. The organizers hired a stripper for some reason. They hired one stripper for the Bridgerton Ball. Now, I'm not the most knowledgeable on Bridgerton, but that seems a little out of place. It feels like what happened is they just scrolled through Facebook Marketplace for anyone advertising any talent, like, you know, commission them. Hey, I play the violin. I'll come do like a party or something if you need. Book it. Hey, I'm an exotic dancer. Book it. You probably could have advertised anything, and if you were on the marketplace at the time before this event happened, they probably would have grabbed your services. Like, hey, I'm a professional soup slurper. Oh, you're coming to the Bridgerton Ball. Hey, I juggle and spread my butt cheeks. To the Bridgerton Ball with you. Like, it looks like they just desperately, at the last minute, just hired some people to come in here just to, like, hang out to make it look like the event was happening. Like, it looks like they were trying to do the bare minimum where they could make a legal argument that they did fulfill their event obligation. But yeah, they promised a cash prize, which that didn't happen. They promised a diamond of the season thing, which didn't happen, and a lot of other, like, nonsense that didn't happen. And overall, most people want a refund, which is very reasonable. They got scammed. They 100% got schmeckeldorfed. They also got potentially food poisoned as well. Apparently they ran out of food after an hour, and some of the food they were serving was raw. So, there's a good chance that not only did you get scammed, your gut got fucking slammed.
The way that it was described is that this was going to be a Bridgerton evening. We were going to have classical music, good dinner, and there was going to be a play. And they were going to pick Diamond of the Season. They were going to give away all of these prizes, and we went in, and it's completely empty in there.
Hey, come on now. It wasn't completely empty in there. Didn't you see the pole dancing and the violin player? I bet they were probably just about to bring out Monopoly as well.
And had no problem just taking people's money.
The company behind the event, Uncle and Me LLC, has since disabled comments on their social media.
They haven't put out any official statement, the event organizer I'm referring to. They've just gone silent. So I'm guessing this is just another little game theory here. I'm guessing what's going to happen is the classic. They're going to shut down their socials. They're going to remake the company under a different name and pull another scam like this again in the future. That's my hypothesis. I just don't see a world where Uncle and Me can somehow put out a statement that allows them to continue to do business down the line. Like, this fundamentally stops their whole business, because who the fuck is going to pay money to go to another one of their events? Even if they said they were just giving away free donuts, I bet nobody shows up because they wouldn't trust it. Like, they'd still feel like there's some kind of scam there. It's not something an event organizer can come back from. You have scammed a lot of people, and they're not giving refunds as of this moment. So how the fuck are you expected to do business again? And I don't think they're going to try. I think they're going to rebrand. That's my guess. I am hoping for a happy ending, though, for the people that lost their money in this. I'm hoping they get a refund. Also, this scam, like this event, is probably the only one so far where people probably lost a lot more than just that money in that time. Because of the scale of it, like a Bridgerton ball where it was all about, like, elegance and dressing up and all of this, I have no doubt there's people that spent like an entire week picking out their outfit, buying accessories, buying other things, buying outfits, buying dresses, all just to prepare for this event, which turned out to be a big fucking fraud, a big scam. So I do think that this is probably more than $300 that people lost in this. That's just how much they lost on the ticket. And that super sucks. But anyway, want to talk about it a little bit. That's it. See ya. Yeah, unfortunately, the title of the video is not misleading. Mr. Lonely himself, Akon, is behind a massive scam. If any of you watching grew up in the 90s or early 2000s, I'm sure that name rings a lot of bells because Akon is an artist who was responsible for some absolutely iconic boner jams back in the day. And a few years ago, he decided to pitch a city, Akon City, which would be powered by the blockchain and have their own form of currency called Acoin. And I've got to tell you, the design documents here, the blueprints, the renders of what Akon City could look like are so outrageous it almost makes the Willy Wonka experience look like a good idea. I feel like everyone who takes even a glance at the proposed Akon City documents will immediately write it off as being impossible and just a load of baloney. And they'd be 100% right in that assumption. This will never happen. This city looks like something out of Final Fantasy. It's just not really feasible. Yet, Akon, as well as other collaborators, are doing their best to try and make it a reality. Though after years of work, the only thing they have to show for it is a single welcome center that has a graffitied picture of Akon on the side. and it doesn't really welcome you to anything because there's nothing to show for it. It just welcomes you to something that's emptier than my colon after eating Greek yogurt first thing in the morning. It takes you to basically just an empty field, though there is a single building skeleton there that has a staircase, and that's it. And then just a bunch of cattle roaming freely. So there is no real progress being made on Akon City, and it really seems like from the beginning, this was supposed to be just either a full-blown scam or just a narcissistic ego piece for Akon. Because it makes no sense why Akon would introduce a cryptocurrency to Akon City when a lot of African regions already use cryptocurrency in their day-to-day lives. If he was really trying to make this a real thing that wasn't just trying to take advantage and exploit people, it would have made more sense for him to just use the already established Bitcoin or Ethereum, which is prevalent throughout Africa. But instead he introduced his own cryptocurrency and said, "I am the bank." He also is the douchebag behind Akon fucking a ton of early investors. So they actually did sell Akon, and a lot of people bought into it, and then it immediately collapsed. It went from a 132% gain to a 60% loss, and then started offering refunds. And all these investors, when trying to get their refund, basically just got cold-shouldered and never got their refunds for this. They basically just got rugged like everyone else with the crypto boom a few years ago. But anyway, I recommend checking out Patrick Cece's video for an in-depth look at a lot of what went on behind the scenes at Akon City and Akon himself here. I want to show you what Akon City was supposed to look like and how fucking stupid this entire project seems just from like an outside perspective. It really looks like an impossible to complete task that somehow Akon promised would be done by 2024, and yet all they have right now is like a bare bones welcome center and like a single like skeleton of another building. That's about as bad as the Soulja Boy Game Boy. Okay, show a little respect for the Soulja console. Also, Akon City is so much worse than just releasing a fraudulent game console. It is disgusting to compare the two. Akon's City is like the most egregious, over-the-top scam. Like, it's so much worse. Akon actually has a video showcasing it. Look up, "This is Akon City." I don't think I ever saw this. I only ever read about Akon City. So here's the entertainment district. What are these? These aren't even buildings. This looks like when you go into Roller Coaster Tycoon and fuck up the terrain. Well, who's your architect? This is what it looks like when you, like, actually trip acid for the first time. It's even bad CG. Yeah. It's melted. Yeah, I guess their chief architect is Salvador Dali. Brought him back with the Akon City in-house necromancer. The Tech District? What does this mean? Tech 003421? What tech what? What is the tech? What are they doing here? Lex Luthor live here or something? What does this mean? What does it mean? Butt Plug City. Yeah, I mean, not wrong. This all does look like something you'd find on Bad Dragon. Health and safety. Wait. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, wait, it's this building. I thought he just reused Tech 001 here for the health and safety building, but it's this building. They're just side by side. Yeah. This is the police station here. They inhabit this pack of hot dogs. Here's the fire department, which is conveniently placed in the worst possible position for them to get anywhere, because they're going to have to navigate this minefield, this fucking labyrinth. Good luck having a quick response time from the firefighters. Unspecified office building, I guess. Residential building. General hospital. Outpatient clinic. This is another residential building. Just this coral. Game name. Oh no, this is a city. This is a Akon City in real life. Apparently they actually did build a building though, so I'm gonna have to check that out. I never saw this video go up for it. Education District. This is Education 1, Education 2, Education 3. So I'm guessing this is pre-K, kindergarten, middle school, high school, and then everyone parks here in this teardrop, and then another residential building. Osmosis Jones type landscape. Bro modeled the city from the mitochondria. Yeah. Yeah, true, true. So here's the Scenewood district. Oh, here, Akon Tower. He's even got his own, like, Avengers building. So this is where Akon lives, and only Akon. Wait, wasn't this in the tech district? Isn't this building already occupied by tech? Am I misremembering the layout? It might be too sophisticated for my tiny little reptile brain, but I'm pretty sure that was one of the tech buildings. Oh no, it's right here. It's right above Tech 4. Then a bunch of filming studios, more residential buildings, some more office buildings, and this random media tower, I guess. Looks like a cactus theme park. Yeah. Convenient location. All of this looks like Hitachi wands. It looks less like butt plugs, and it legitimately looks like the things you'd see in porn. Those, like, really, ribby wands. Looks like Cryptoland 2.0. Well, apparently it's powered by the blockchain, so it kind of is Cryptoland 2.0. I have to imagine whoever put this presentation together was actually laughing so hard as they charged Akon an exorbitant amount for it. Yeah, I'll throw this piece of shit together for like, I don't know, like $3 million bucks. Done. Shake my hand. Looks like a pretty cool place to live. I don't know what I'm looking at here. It's just random JPEGs that are floating through on this building, but how could you not smile if you lived in a place like Akon City? Alright, let's see the current Akon City. Do we really need an explanation for why Akon City will never happen? I think we all know just by looking at the design blueprints there. Like, come on.
Building has like futuristic curvatures outside. It definitely looks like something out of Wakanda, but only one building so far.
Whoa, 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 what was this? Wait, what? This is... So this is there right now. Also, you should probably have someone else come in and do the artwork on the side of your building. Why? That looks like extremely low poly. It's like a PS1 render of Akon. You could definitely find a better artist for that. In March 2022, Stevens asked a judge to freeze Akon's New York assets, claiming that without the measure, Akon would have difficulty repaying an alleged debt. Stevens' lawyer, Jeffrey Movitt, alleged in his affidavit that Akon City and Akon exhibited many of the trademark characteristics of a fraudulent business venture, such as Ponzi schemes and pyramid schemes. Akon City was likely a scam. Akon denied the allegations about Akon City. The following month, he paid $850K to settle part of the ongoing lawsuit. He said the motion to freeze his accounts has been made out of spite. I mean, likely a scam is very generous. It is 100% a scam. In every possible version of the word. It is official. That's the only thing they've built at Akon City. It's just a welcome center with his face on it. Well, why can't I... Does anyone ever pay a visit to the welcome center? I want to see it. Have any of you heard of this? Mellow Mint? I'm curious. Overwhelmingly, no. And one guy who's lying saying yes. I saw this yesterday, and it is one of the most fascinating projects I've ever seen. So I want to take you on a little journey through this project here. So it's basically nothing, but it's nothing that they're selling for $107,000 for access to a music playlist. We'll go through all of the mumbo jumbo at the top in a moment, but just take a peek at this. $107,000 for the quintessential playlist, the creme de la creme of music. 71% is dominated by the soul-penetrating melodies of the Balkans. By purchasing this, you're not only securing 2,645 songs carefully curated to move your soul, but you're also casting a vote and joining Mellow Mint in a global musical revolution by supporting our audacious vision. Immerse yourself in this unforgettable audio journey and join us on the path to reshaping the world for the better. So this isn't even music they make. This is just 2,645 tracks they pulled into Spotify, basically, and they're charging you $107,000 for access to it. Which is fascinating. And apparently their mission is to change the world by giving you access to music they deem to be high quality, which of course means nothing. It's just whatever this guy liked. So if we go back to the top here of what Mellow Mint is, I need to give you guys a look into pure lunacy. Because it's just a bunch of buzzwords that they had ChatGPT spit out for them. Once upon a time in the kaleidoscopic landscape of the music universe, an innovative entity was born, Mellowment. It wasn't just a brand, but a vision. A new dawn that promised to reduce human suffering worldwide using the power of music. The mastermind behind Mellowment had a grand design, a plan so ambitious and beautiful that it was destined to unite people across the world. The guy speaks like he's in a fucking anime. Like, this is just the most egregious scam ever. Like, this actually seems like one of those Reddit posts from back during the, like, I am euphoric, not in this moment because of some phony god, but I'm enlightened by my own intelligence or whatever. It has that energy, but in 2023. Let's say that an influential icon, a trendsetter with a powerful voice, made an unexpected purchase. They invest into the most exclusive music playlist ever to be curated. An audacious act, sure to pique curiosity among fans. It wouldn't, though. If anyone bought this, you'd just be ridiculed, rightfully, and bullied, rightfully, for doing so. I don't know, that sounds like a good deal. Well, it is the most exclusive music playlist ever to be curated, so maybe I'll hear the 2,645 tracks and I'll get taller, I'll be happier, my beard will be fuller. It's all possible. The way he speaks about this makes it sound like it's a goddamn panacea to all the world's ailments. A story unravels as the world tunes into the influencer's content, mesmerized by the unique symphony of sounds found in the Mellowment playlist. Excitement builds. The rhythm of Mellowment hypnotizes the masses, launching a viral movement of unity, a symphony of shared experience. Like, I can already just hear their pinky out as they're typing this. As the echoes of Mellowment reverberate, our vision broadens. Unexpected but very much needed musical collaborations start to happen on the global plane. We turn the volume up on our philanthropic efforts, launching our charity initiative. Music is our tool, and with it, we will orchestrate change. And it's not even their music. Like, if this was a band doing this, I wouldn't even care as much. I'd be like, you know what? This is a fun way of marketing your music. This is just one fucking goofball goober with stained undies that just took 2,600 songs he liked on Spotify and put them into a playlist. That's it. That's it. It's crazy. Why is this not illegal? Because well, good question, actually. I was going to say because you're getting exactly what you pay for, but he's promising that this music is somehow going to change the world, basically. So, I mean, that is very fraudulent. I don't know. It's criminally delusional. He should be locked up because this man belongs in Arkham Asylum with this shit. Our melody doesn't stop there. The world becomes our dance floor as we host immersive Mellowment branded parties worldwide. These events are symphonies of togetherness and celebration, amplified by the unique rhythm of our music. The world unites under the Mellowment banner celebrating life. The one world government becomes Mellowment. Everything rolls under Mellowment's umbrella thanks to this carefully curated musical playlist. If someone's dumb enough to pay for it and fall for it, that's on them. Oh, true. That is 100% on them. Meanwhile, Mellowment evolves into a stage for undiscovered talent. We cast the spotlight on the fresh, raw voices of budding artists and producers, giving their creativity a platform. Mellowment becomes not just a brand, but a cultural phenomenon. It brings a revolution, a shift in the very way we consume, create, and celebrate music. What shift? Other than having a $100,000 entry fee. That's the only change. You have a music playlist. Those have existed for 30 years. This isn't just an ambitious plan, it's a call to action for anyone who loves music, unity, and making a difference. With Mellowment, every beat is a step closer to a world where music is the true universal language of unity. By investing in this vision, you become a part of the symphony, an architect of this global phenomenon. They're using unity more often than the fucking game engine itself uses it. That word has lost all meaning for me right now. Like, I'm already forgetting that it's a real word. I think there's a 0% chance the guy behind this actually believes this, though. It's just all designated to try and get one big whale on board. The Mellowment goals for 2023-2024. Making the world a better place through music one song at a time. What an incredibly difficult goal. How are you going to accomplish that in the next couple of months for 2023, or even in 2024? And how are you going to measure whether or not the world's a better place and whether or not it's because of your music playlist? Charity fundraiser launch, never happening. This just goes right into his little piggy bank. Celebrating life with Mellowment branded parties worldwide. Again, never happening. No one would go unless you paid them to go, which you're not going to do. Showcasing and helping careers of fresh producers, talent and artists, connecting artists and producers worldwide and inspiring collaborations. Lil Pump, 6ix9ine, Future, Travis Scott making a track on Jewel Marcel, Murad type beat. EU beats in the following text. I'm sure they'd love to collaborate for Mellowment. I bet they'd love to hop on that together. Lil Pump, 6ix9ine, Future, Travis Scott, vibing to Balkan music. They love Balkan music here. That was one of their big selling points for the $100,000 package. And who's to say they're not already vibing to Balkan music? US rappers collabing with EU artists on EU beats. Trap beats are boring. Well, I was just about to buy it too, and now you've insulted my tastes. I'll take my business to the other $100,000 playlists. Scoundrel. If I only knew I had 170 days left to live out my life, this is definitely where I would spend my money. If you're dying, you don't want to die without listening to this playlist, so put your money where your mouth is. The Quintessential Playlist is a handcrafted masterpiece carefully curated over decades and passionately fashioned from thousands of albums and tracks. It is an extravagant marvel in the world of music. This exclusive collection is nothing less than the culmination of a lifetime devoted to exploration and adoration of good music, an enduring testament to the transformative power of rhythm and lyrics. Who dictates whether or not it's good? Just this one weirdo's tastes? Probably not a single #1 hit on that playlist. Oh, absolutely not. You think he would besmirch the handcrafted beauty of this playlist with a Billboard-topping song? Disgusting. No. This is for real music, such as the sound of 3 trash cans being banged together. Oh, yes. Just even thinking about that starting to change the world for me. Venturing far beyond the realm of the ordinary, the Quintessential Playlist is a result of countless hours, days, and years spent delving truly deep into the global music vault. Every song is handpicked meeting the toughest criteria, every track polished to perfection, every melody carrying its own unique story. This prodigious compilation is a comprehensive reflection of the world's best musical landscape, the musical brilliance of countless artists, the raw emotion encapsulated in their creations, all harmoniously compiled into 250 hours of exquisite musical experience. Brother, what are you talking about? At the very bottom of this, it says that it's 143 hours. You're lying. This says right here, in plain, ordinary English, 2,645 tracks equate to 143 hours of listening time. Where's the 250 coming from here? Are you lying? Are you telling me a lie? Oh my god. How am I supposed to trust them now with my money? But yeah, I saw this project yesterday and I was just blown away by just how shameless it is. With a Quintessential Playlist, you don't just listen. You connect to the world and reaching a global audience. It's about bridging the gap between continents, cultures, and individuals, about resonating with the collective heartbeat of humanity. Experience the influence, the reach, the significance, the Quintessential Playlist. If there's no The Gentle Men on it, then this whole playlist is worthless. And here's the party they're talking about that's never going to be thrown. I actually feel like this is made by the guy who made Firefest, and I already forgot that fucking goofball's name. But it's basically just like the same thing. You're buying a ticket to the once-in-a-lifetime event that mirrors the vibrancy and energy of the music it celebrates. It's just a blatant scam. That image was generated by AI, was it? Oh yeah, it was. The hands are fucked up. This actually is just an AI image. Cute. Well, I mean, he's not saying the party's been thrown yet. It's just, it's coming. And this is them showing you that. Oh! I never even scrolled down this far. There's a $35 taste test. Not ready to commit? No worries at all. The taste test will change your mind. Dip your toes into the boundless ocean of music with our sample offering. A finely curated selection of 17 extraordinary tracks gives you a small yet immersive glimpse into the Mellow Mint universe. Soul-stirring heart of Balkan tunes, electric energy of European rap pop, and an intoxicating whisper of sultry reggaeton. If you pay $35 for a fucking playlist, you deserve to go to jail. Straight up. And if you pay $107,000 for access to a playlist, you deserve to go to hell. Like, I don't know what to tell you. This is tragic. Very cool, though. That's the Mellow Mint difference. We might start seeing a subtle change in the world for the better, and we'll know who to thank for it. But he's delivering on everything he promised. It's most certainly life-changing being $107,000 in debt. Oh, this, I would not have expected this here. The first thing that comes up when you go to the Mellow Mint Twitter is this tweet. The carbon emissions and global warming agenda is a globalistic construct. The climate is a dynamic system and there's so much to it. The Earth naturally cycles between hot and cold periods, which have been documented. It immediately goes into, like, this is all a globalistic agenda. When it's all about, listen to the Balkan music for $107,000, we're changing the world, unity, this and that. Very interesting. Man, do I have some wacky news for you today. This is going to absolutely floor you with shock. It involves our beloved Dhar Man. I'm sure all of you know Dhar Man. He has his own little extended universe, the DMCU, the Dhar Man Cinematic Universe. Even if you've never subjected yourself to the torture of watching a Dhar Man video, I'm confident you've at least heard of them or seen them, because he pioneered an entire genre of telling the most basic stories and teaching the most basic lessons you learned as an 8-year-old. It was my guilty pleasure to watch them because I was so confused by their existence and their popularity. These things have like 50 million views sometimes. And it's literally things like, be nice, don't be mean, don't cheat, don't judge a book by its cover. Like, it feels like he's making these things as like this repository of human emotion to teach to aliens that are trying to study us. It's crazy, and what's crazier is how popular they were. And the titles, they legitimately were a massive smashing success that other channels have emulated. Things like Tall Girl Dumps Short Guy and Lives to Regret It, Man Cheats on Wife, Lives to Regret It, Employee Spits in Boss's Burrito, Lives to Regret It, or Kid Tries to Cheat on Math Test, What Happens Next is Shocking. Woman works 3 jobs to put food on the table for her kids, What Happens Next is Shocking. That kind of thing. Dhar Man started that. And he's also the one who always says that they're not just telling stories, they're changing lives. But this week, a lot of allegations came out against Dhar Man, and it seems like they're not just telling stories, they're changing the lives of their actors in a much worse way. According to a lot of beloved actors that I know and love, such as Steve, our boy Steve, I've made a lot of content around Dhar Man, and Steve's been one of my favorites. He has corroborated a lot of these claims that they just don't get paid, like, at all. He says that the majority of the actors can't even afford rent when they're contracted by Dhar Man Studios. So it's a pretty big deal.
Essentially, as an actor at Dhar Man Studios, I am just a contract player. I have no employment there. I am just sort of called every now and then, as are all the other actors. And it just is not sustainable. One of the main issues is that not a single actor that works at Dhar Man Studios can afford rent.
Hearing shit like that absolutely blows my mind, because every single actor in the Dhar Man cinematic universe has like 1,000 roles. Like Steve, his name's not Steve, but he'll always be Steve to me, damn it. His real name is Colin. Colin accounts for probably like 40% of total screen time in Dhar Man's videos, and he's not getting paid enough to afford rent? That's outrageous. And I went into the comments because I wanted to see what people were saying about all of this, and usually when you go into the comments you expect to see some absolutely wild shit, like, Dhar Man's a bad guy, he showed me his butthole in one of my dreams once. Or you'll find jokes like, one of the top comments was, the PS5s changed Dhar Man, which made me giggle. It's talking about Dhar Man's obsession with giving away PS5s in the videos. But then one comment made an extremely good point that's pretty alarming to think about. A lot of the actors in Dhar Man's videos are children, and if he's this comfortable exploiting industry veterans like Colin has been in Better Call Saul, had minor roles in other huge productions, he has been in the industry for a long time outside of the Dhar Man Studios universe. If Dhar Man's exploiting people like Colin and other adult actors with horrible pay, Is he even paying the children at all? I have to wonder. Like, I can only imagine how messy that could potentially be. Like, does he just like write clout into their contracts? Like, hey, Junior, I'm making my 48th video on not judging a book by its cover. I need you to play the principal role. I'll give you 1,000 exposure dollars. My YouTube channel has 17.8 million subs. This is going to be great for your Instagram and your TikTok, so just sign here. No, you're not getting pay. I mean, I can give you like some sticks of gum, but that's about it. It's very concerning because if all of these allegations are true, and every single actor I've seen in the Dhar Mann cinematic universe has come out corroborating each other, and they are out there protesting right now outside of Dhar Mann Studios, if all of those are true, it's very worrying to think about if he's also doing the same to the children actors in his content. Because those kids are not industry veterans, and their parents likely aren't familiar with the industry either. They might not know what fair pay is, or if there even is pay for the work. Like, there's just so much messiness to all of that that could potentially be going on if all of the allegations are true. One of his big lessons is what happens in the dark always comes to the light. And goddamn is Dhar Mann learning that one right now. I saw that comment across every TikTok ever referring to this situation. Like, Dhar Mann is getting dunked on with his own lessons. He even made a video kind of about this same thing, such as mean boss mistreating employees and lives to regret it. Dhar Mann is in that stage right now because all of his employees, well, I guess they're not technically employees, they're contractors. All of them are coming out to talk about how miserable it was when it comes to the pay, and Dhar Mann's complete refusal to even talk to them. He just dodges them at every possible opportunity, and apparently has even cultivated this culture where if you speak out against him, you get fired. So I'd like to go over all of these allegations with you and show you some of their TikToks and the protests that they're currently doing against Dhar Mann Studios. There's a ton of footage of their protest, and I recognize every single person in it. I also love the shirts some of them are wearing that says, "What happens next is shocking." That's just beautiful. So even though Dhar Mann appears to want to teach lessons of positivity to everyone else, it's rules for thee and not for me. According to pretty much every actor, they're all saying the same thing about his refusal to communicate, as well as his refusal to actually pay them like an actual good wage for their work. Which is odd because he makes so much money off of the content. It's tens of millions. Because when Dhar Mann makes a video, not only does it blow up on YouTube, getting at least 10 million views pretty much, but it's kind of like Ouroboros constantly eating its own ass here, because he'll take that same video that he made for YouTube and repackage it on every other platform, Facebook, TikTok, everywhere, to farm even more views for this crazy cycle of just getting maximum absorbency of views from everywhere. That's a ton of money. But even aside from the money he's generating on the content itself, he was already an extremely successful and extremely wealthy businessman. He had a very successful cosmetics line, and I think even before Dhar Mann Studios blew up for him, he was worth right around $50 million. This is a guy that could easily afford to pay his actors well, and I would have expected him to do that, because I always got the impression that he was just like a genuinely good guy who just wanted to tell basic positive messages. But according to all the actors, he's a wolf in sheep's clothing, which is extremely sad, and I feel terrible for all the actors in this situation, because it really did play out like a Dhar Mann video. Aspiring up-and-coming actors thought they had landed a great gig with a great guy. What happens next will shock you.
We are protesting why we are out there right now. We've been talking to a lot of actors. It's the same, everybody feels the same across the board. The trouble is, there's a culture at the studio of if you talk, you're out.
It seems the moral mastermind Dhar Mann is ruling his company with an iron fist of fear, where if people speak out against him, I guess they're fired, at least according to the actors. I'm only showing you Colin's statement here, but there are so many others. You can find all of it by just looking up the Dhar Mann protests. All of the main actors that you're used to seeing in Dhar Mann's videos have come out against him. And they're not being greedy, by the way. Like, all of them are just saying, we just want, like, moderately decent pay for the work. Like, all of them are proud of the work they've done with Dhar Mann. Colin concludes the video by talking about how much all of it has meant to him. But if they can't afford rent, there's a huge problem. They're not looking to be paid fucking 6 figures per production or anything. They're just looking for fair pay for the work that they've done and are continuing to do for you. And the least you can do is at least hear them out, go to a meeting. But Colin and all of the other actors talk about how Dhar Mann continuously avoids talking to them. He refuses to actually sit down and have a conversation. I'll let Colin explain that situation.
So we decided to come together as a group and talk collectively with our boss, Dhar Mann. We sent a letter to him, a hard copy and an email. The email was CC'd to the head of production as well, so that we made sure that Dhar got it, but it was addressed to Dhar. It was delivered to Dhar. We were contacted, said we could have a meeting to discuss our issues. That meeting was pushed several times, changed on us. When we finally got to the meeting, we had reiterated that we wanted it to be with Dhar. Dhar was not there. Following a couple days, reiterating again, we would like to speak specifically with Dhar. This is what the meeting is about. This is our boss. This is who we want to talk to. End of the week comes and goes. We learned Saturday there will not be a meeting.
Apparently Dhar Mann couldn't even be bothered to attend the meeting after pushing it several times and eventually just shutting that shit down entirely and putting the kibosh on it. He has so little respect for his talent that he refuses to even acknowledge them or hear them out or face them in person. He just hides behind emails and horrible pay, I suppose. At least according to all of the actors. This is pretty much all of them. I have yet to see any, like, defense of Dhar Mann, so we only have one side of the story. I'm very interested to hear his side of it, because this is an overwhelming amount coming out against him. And I really feel like what they're looking for is super reasonable. Talk to us. Like, that's the only reason the protest is happening right now. Like, the pay is obviously a huge problem, but the biggest issue is that he won't even talk to them to at least hear them out about the pay. So they don't even have that first step of getting the pay fixed, which is communication with the fucking guy who's decided their pay. So they just want to talk to him, but he won't let them. Which is why they're standing outside of the Dhar Mann studios, ringing cowbells, blowing whistles, and letting everyone know how awful it's been. Like, it is just wild to me that Dhar Mann, the absolute moral authority, the mega mind of morals, is this much of an asshole, apparently. So yeah, anyway, that's about it. Just wanted to talk about all of this and let everyone know what's going on with it. Pretty interesting situation. Hoping for the best for the actors that aren't getting paid well here. Hopefully that gets resolved. That's about it. So yeah. Did you know Earth has a sequel? And it's a big stinky scam? A few months ago I learned about a project called Earth 2. Basically, you're paying a lot of money for nothing in return. This thing must have been created by Eugene Krabs himself, because this shit is just so greedy and offers nothing for its service, if you can call it that. I'm not going to get too deep into what Earth 2 is. You can watch the video I posted about it where I was learning more about it. Basically, though, you're buying plots of land in an imaginary world. You're buying literal thoughts. Like, you're buying the idea of land. So you could go on Earth 2 and buy your church in the Earth 2 game board, and that's it, and then you can sell it. That's not what I'm here to talk about, like going deeper into why it's a scam. I think anyone with like a functioning brain can recognize that it's not real and it is just there to take money from idiots. It's a project hatched from the asshole of some douchebag who is trying their best to capitalize off the confusion in the crypto space. They've been able to brainwash these people into spending money on something that doesn't even exist, nor could ever exist in the capacity they advertise it as. But these fucking hemorrhoids have convinced very gullible people that they're going to miss out if they don't get in on Earth 2 right now. This fear of missing out has driven people insane, just genuine lunacy when it comes to spending money, because everyone wants to be in on the next big crypto boom. I've read a lot of posts from community members at Earth 2, and my god, it feels like watching an ASPCA commercial looking at abused animals. I just feel bad, I get sad, I get a sinking feeling in my stomach seeing people genuinely believe some real awful things. There are people talking about how Elon Musk is going to start tweeting about Earth 2. They're calling Earth 2 the next Dogecoin. The delusion is painful. There's a higher chance Elon Musk tweets out one of my dick pics than anything about Earth 2. But anyway, I'm not here to focus too much on the scam component of that. You can look into it yourself if you're curious. I'm here to talk about something in particular. Since I posted that first video about Earth 2, they've begun using me and my content as advertisements for their product. If you can even call it a product. It is literally fucking Google Earth that they put little tiles on, and you pay for tiles on Google Earth. It hurts. It fucking hurts how stupid and blatantly obvious this scam is, and yet it is still somehow making a lot of money. But again, I'm focusing on them using me to advertise that dog shit. Mainly on TikTok, so I want to show you some of that. Again, don't go harass their TikTok or harass any of the Earth 2 community. I never encourage that shit. But I do encourage you to go check out the Huge Charles channel I just recently made. The support on there has been wild, so thank you so much. And please go check it out if you're interested in seeing some more content and some more interesting shit. I'll put a link to Huge Charles in the description below. So here's just one of their TikToks. You'll see that it's like the goddamn Avengers came together to all of a sudden start promoting Earth 2, apparently. They've got clips from a ton of familiar faces. There's good old Elon Musk right there, Dhar. I mean, the gang's all here. Logan Paul. And they just take random clips and start putting like Earth 2 promotional things over it, like this right here.
What is this? What the fuck is this thing?
This looks incredible.
What is this? What the fuck is this thing?
Sometimes it's not even like moments that fit. Like here, for example, they actually just took a clip of me insulting the game and used it to promote it. Almost 1 million views here. What am I looking at? These Beyblades or just like a flag? Oh, they're all flags. One dumb asshole over here owns a single piece of this highway. Who bought this? Oh, hold on, you can't even see it. Who bought this thing? Yeah, I want that one lane on that highway in the middle of fucking nowhere. Whoever this is should not be allowed to use money again. What am I looking at? I don't know if these channels are like an official channel from the team at Earth 2. If there even is a team at Earth 2, I'm pretty sure it's just 1, maybe 2 guys. I don't think there's like a real staff there. Or if these are just managed by fans that stole their mom's credit card to buy V-Bucks and tiles in Earth 2, and now in order to prevent buyer's remorse, they're trying to get other people to buy on board by making TikToks like this. I really couldn't tell you if they're official or just stupid people that bought into it. But either way, it's still awful to see. It just sucks knowing this group is using my face to promote their scam to try and get people to go on board. And not just me, obviously you saw a lot of other people there too. It's just fucking horrible because there's definitely going to be someone out there that knows nothing about this project and they'll see like their favorite TikTok creator or they'll see Dhar, Logan Paul and be like, oh, well, if they're backing this, I might need to look into it and then fall for this. It sucks. It's horrible. This isn't the only company to take my content to advertise their product without me knowing about it, but at least the other ones do it in a respectful way. For example, this company sells dick enlargement pills and they advertise on porn sites. And this looks cool, you know, I'm not mad about this. I don't think the product works. I don't think it's going to give you the Thor's hammer dick cock wiener. But, you know, at least I'm not, like, offended by it. I don't know what it says, you know, maybe it says like, this ugly son of a bitch is fucking your wife right now, find out how by clicking here. And that hurt a little bit, being called, you know, an ugly bastard or whatever. But, you know, this is a lot better than being used to advertise Earth 2. I would much rather me and my Moby Huge be used to advertise fucking placebo cock boosters than Earth 2. So yeah, I just wanted to make this to let you all know, I'm not actually promoting Earth 2, despite what that clever marketing would have you believe, even though it's really transparent that a 90-year-old dude is behind that, like some geriatric octogenarian is making those TikTok posts, because I don't think anyone would actually see that and be like, oh, it looks like this guy's really into it, considering in one of them they used an actual insult that I was putting against the product. So I just wanted to clear the air. I'm not endorsing Earth 2 by any means, nor the Hammer of Thor penis pills, surprisingly. So yeah, that's about it. So yeah. Oh, actually before that, I forgot to look at this.
Recently, I did a video about Earth 2. In my eyes, it's either A, a delusional group of pathetically idealistic idiots who think that they can redefine the entire virtual entertainment sector with a small team, limited resources, and the largest undertaking, possibly, in the history of technology, or B, a pyramid scheme and a scam that will never deliver and was never intended to. Take your pick, it's still a bad thing.
I think it's the first one.
Well, that video caused a lot of anger and a...
Planet IX is
I'm sold. Fuck it, that looks cool.
Copy of the planet where players can buy, collect, and trade pics, which is how we call the lots of land.
It's the same game.
Packages and then go into the marketplace and then they can sell, exchange, buy directly from
Holy
the
fuck. Holy shit, it is exactly the same scam.
And we're gonna plant like tons and tons of trees. And those guys do not only plant trees, but they have like really beautiful social work happening.
Who are they?
The success of the game, the more players
they also have 50 rocket ships.
The more trees we're gonna plant, and we're gonna keep doing this beautiful.
We're gonna plant trees. We're gonna make laser eyes.
Gameplay, NFTs, cryptocurrency.
This is the most unapologetic scam I've ever seen.
Just work. Soon we'll have tutorials online and showing like how easy this entire NFT world will be.
This is actually shocking.
That's a colossal amount, actually, because in just a minute 30 flat, this project manages to combine social and environmental activism, NFTs, crypto,
it did a lot.
World building,
it
gaming,
did do a lot.
Loot boxes, and honestly a whole bunch more. But
I think some people just need to get scammed.
Advertised framework, they will launch in 3 separate.
Like if you put money into
this digital world will
like
apparently change
really
the actual
deserve
world.
it.
And since I've now been accused many, it's easy to establish what Planet IX is once we establish what Crowd 1 is. And to do that, we need to look at their history and their business model.
Jesus, how deep does it go?
Self-advertises as some sort of Crowd 1 is a pyramid scheme, more commonly known today by those with an utter lack of intellectual competence as a multi-level marketing opportunity. Crowd 1
nobody calls it that though. They just call it a pyramid scheme.
Greed
I never hear that tossed around anymore.
The business model revolves around education. It's pretty much the standard practice for those who rely on colloquial turns of phrase as some sort of life-changing charade. And it is, of course.
So what do you buy?
Crowd 1 skirts.
I'm just gonna look it up myself. I don't get it. What the fuck do you buy with Crowd 1? You buy quotes? Oh my god. I'm gonna bring up this website. Let me show you. If any of you, you're taking business courses in university, maybe you graduated with the degree and you're too smart to be scammed, just in case. If you ever see a fucking site that has to say, we are not an investment scheme, you're fucked. If you disregard something like this and still go in, you deserve whatever happens next. You absolutely deserve it. Within the very first paragraph of this website, it immediately gives you the biggest possible red flag. Literally, we aren't a scam. Trust us. But yeah, this looks like an absolute dog shit idea. And I still don't even get what it does. Like, I don't know what you're... Like, what is this shit, though? Like, you're buying nothing. You're buying Migster, who I'm guessing is like a cereal box mascot or something. I don't really get it. Like, I don't know how someone falls for this. Oh, here he is. A mobile gaming tournament platform, Migster. So you're paying for 12 months to a furry fan site? Like, what is it?
Migster is a social gaming platform for you and your friends to play and take part in tournaments through online streaming.
They did not. They did not. This is the old Scooby-Doo Cartoon Network game from their website back in the early 2000s. Holy shit. I am actually... This just sent me on like a nostalgia boner, like fucking That's So Raven episode. I used to play all of those Cartoon Network games. All of them. The Dexter's Lab ones where you're making like a maze for chickens to die in. The Scooby-Doo one, Samurai Jack had a good one. Teen Titans, oh my god. Why is this being advertised in a 2021 product? Stream your favorite games. If you're trapped in a time vortex in 2002... Oh, Migster's calling, you better answer. What's that playful little guy want? Uh-oh. Christ, so when a tournament starts, your whole life is ruined. The Avengers called, we need you, ASAP. Stop what you're doing, you have to play the Scooby-Doo Flash game, right now. So much effort went into this trailer. My god, for one of the worst ideas I've ever seen. I feel like I'm getting a whole movie's experience worth right now. Wow. Fuck. Alright, sign me up. That trailer was real cool. And let's see how Migster's doing now. So you pay for this payment plan for Migster access. But how is he doing? Do they have reviews of Migster on YouTube? Is there any Migster tubers?
Matter natin, press nyo lang po yung... So,
do you play any games?
Automatic meron
Here we
pa
go.
yung 1,000 credits. So, para saan po ba yung 1,000 credits na yun? So, para ano po ba yan? At nakikita na ang sobrang
when
dami.
does the gaming
yung,
start? Alright, that didn't really answer any of my questions. Alright. So I didn't learn anything. But I am interested. What else do you pay for? With Mindo, you grow both personally and professionally. Explore courses like rhetorics and how to build your audience and become an entrepreneur. Travel benefits. With Life Trends, you get great discounts at hotels, travel, and cruises. I don't understand. With what? Hey, excuse me, I'd like to stay at this hotel. I have 15 Life Trends coins from Crowd 1. What do you mean, get out? Man, this is crazy. So this is it? This is all of Crowd 1? You just pay for subscriptions to these awful services? What is so me? I'm so confused. Like, I don't even get the differences in the packages, man. Like, this is blowing my fucking mind that anyone puts money into this. So at $300, you get access to all of their garbage. And for $800, you get access to all of their garbage at the exact same lengths with a little extra Life Trend money coins. But then you get something called lifetime membership to Link Me, which doesn't seem to be like a service anywhere on here. Oh, here it is. Never lose a link again. So you get access to a notepad to save your links. And then for $3,000, you get So Me as well. I don't understand. The world is a social one, but it's hard to keep track of all of the different platforms. So what? You get a platform that tells you Twitter, Reddit, Facebook, and then you just click on those. So you get the access to bookmarks. I don't need, like, what does this mean? This is baffling, man. People are so dumb. Like, god damn.
But Emerge Gaming has, quote, no idea what the motivations of its 150,000 subscriber user base really are. Which is a direct result of their partnership with Crowd1 because its platform is used as an affiliate marketing scam to lure in vulnerable people and is quite literally damaging to their image as a publicly traded company.
True, I definitely thought less of them. 150,000 subscribers to it!
Scam. Emerge Gaming is also accused of not conducting their due diligence when they accepted over $8 million from Crowd1. And the list will go on and on.
Well, that's a good chunk of change. If you're gonna fuck your product, you might as well do it for $8 million. I'm going to create a service. Doesn't exist. I'm just gonna make a cute mascot, and I'm just gonna like stealth launch a service like a website somewhere, and just say, you know, like a subscription model, dumb tiers. And I'm just gonna see how many people just give money to something that just doesn't promise anything and just doesn't exist. I'm gonna fill the description, like make a real website filled with just buzzwords on buzzwords, but never actually say that there's going to be anything there, so I don't have to worry about fraud. It's literally just going to be a thing that people can put money into, and I'll just see how many people do it. Like, I cannot believe. Like, this one, Earth 2, okay, FOMO, right? People don't want to miss out, and Earth 2 promises, like, hey, if you buy this fucking tile on a grid, it might be worth something. You know, but this promises nothing. Absolutely nothing. And I'm on their Twitter right now. They say they have 1 million Migster subscribers, and I promise you that's a lie. And then there's one guy commented on this saying this is amazing and unbelievable. He misspelled unbelievable. Crazy. I don't doubt 150,000 subscribers though. I actually don't doubt it.
To go rapid fire because the explanation would derail into an hour or more at least of links and affiliations.
It's believable because it's not a scam. I can't tell if that's sarcastic or not. Please, I need to hear, for the love of God, tell me you're making a sarcastic comment, Baskin. I'll wait. We need to sit you down and like take away your access to spending money. Everyone in chat is on Migster. You're behind. Fuck! I'd have to start streaming on Migster. Fuck! Yeah, what was I thinking?
There are individual statements about the exact moment that Crowd1 devalued their promotional currency and robbed nearly everyone who was affiliated with them of what they had been working for by aggressively lobbying their friends and family to join this scam, such as Tor Anders Petero, who is known in his home country as the Pyramid King, and how once that information was discovered by BBC Africa, it got cleansed.
Yeah, but this time it's different.
The internet.
This time he went
That man has
legit.
openly stated numerous times
This is
that he
real
looks
now.
for and accepts leads on
He's targeting
anyone trying to
gamers.
start
No one
a
betrays
multi-level
us.
marketing scheme. Planet IX hasn't actually launched yet. It hasn't sucked tens of millions of dollars out of the pockets of
Oh, but it
people
will.
sold on a dream that doesn't exist.
It
to enrich a
fucking
few
will.
criminals at the top of the pyramid. Actually, maybe it has. It is, after all, marketing to a user base in the tens of millions under the global network that is Crowd1. But it's still in a phase where some people might be susceptible, and it's beginning to ramp.
Oh no, Selfa. It's a wonderful thing being a member. No, oh, come on now.
An ultimate ending that isn't a total investor wipeout based on the methodology and business
I gotta
practices
hand it
of
to the
its
team
parent
though.
company,
They've been
Crowd1.
pyramid
But when
scheming for
reality calls,
years.
it will be harsh.
And they keep
I wouldn't
doing
be
it
surprised
successfully.
At all if they take this particular video down or DMCA something or
One of the
send a
guys is
slap
literally
suit,
called the king
I
of
don't really
pyramid
care
schemes,
because
and he
it
still
needs to be
makes
said.
another one.
I
Just
see
fine.
it everywhere. Humanize it that if this entire thing falls apart, it's going to impact a lot of innocent people, not just the scammers who are stealing most of the money at the top. So it's a really complex problem.
That was good. I actually cannot believe this shit. Like, oh my god. I just don't understand. I don't get the perspective. Like, how does someone go to that website that I just showed you and read anything on there and be like, yep, probably safe? And if you do even a second of research and find out that the entire team behind it is known pyramid scam artists, like, I just don't know. Like, I just can't wrap my head around that thought process. Like we learned a couple weeks ago, most of the people who get scammed are like well-off, wealthier people. And I don't know how the fuck that happens. Maybe they don't read it. Then why put any money into it? Because like, unlike a crypto where you could just like fucking go wild and put something into dog shit and get rug pulled or whatever, this is you're putting money into something that claims it's a streaming service or like an education platform. So wouldn't you at least want to see that? It's fucking crazy. Let's check out this Planet Earth 2 thing. Oh, it's Kira TV again. We watched his video on Dreamworld. How many fucking scam MMOs are there? Man, it's in full fucking swing. It's like giant crypto scams in games now, it seems. This puts Dreamworld to shame? No fucking chance. Unless this game is literally the creator goat-seeing himself, I don't understand how it could be a bigger scam than Dreamworld.
Now, if you
alleged
told me that there
scam.
was now, Earth2.io is what we're talking about right now.
Cool
And this
name.
is like,
I like
I'm
the
not
Earth
sure
sequel
exactly. We envisage a virtual digital world on a one-to-one scale with Earth.
I love it already. I'm in.
We're
Where can
essentially
I
the same
invest?
Location as Earth and is geographically linked to the world we live in.
Fuck it. I'm in. Sign me
So
up.
basically, if you don't know what they're saying here, this is what it is. Literally, it's just Google Maps, but you zoom in and they've gridded the whole world off. Like every inch of the world has been turned into a grid. Somebody can just go on and buy a picture of your house. This is basically like if I went into your garden and took pictures of everything on your garden and then logged online and sold those pictures and told people they own that
So it's
even
it's
mine
actually
in the first
NFTs.
place. So it's mental.
It's an
But when you
NFT
start
scam.
reading about like this is such a rabbit hole.
That is quite
guys,
literally
it's gonna take
NFTs.
So many videos. Like, have you heard this before, guys?
What is all of this up here? Is this how, like, what is this $58.31 and it's up 58,000%? So I'm guessing this really is just like a giant NFT scam. That's what this is looking like to me. The selling of grid tiles? Holy fuck. Yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to own 5 plants somewhere in Iowa.
But also creating an amazing opportunity for yourself to make profit.
Oh, let's go!
Get rich quick, guys. Don't miss out now. Get in early.
Easy money,
this
it's
is the
free!
future right here.
I'm gonna
Get
buy
rich
Elon
quick.
Musk's house.
But if you're still... The Earth 2
Here's
terrain
Brian Alex.
engine is able to render the entire Earth with extreme detail and vegetation details not seen before in any
I
game.
believe it.
Where this, all with high performance...
Can I see it in action? Is that possible?
Hardware. And it
The amount of power that would be required for that,
we haven't just taken
not even
like
the
a
fucking
small
Tesseract
game
from
world
the
that
Avengers
take
would be
an
able
hour
to
from
power
point A
that.
to point B. But for some reason, people have seen this and gone, fuck yeah, bro, where do I sign up? Where do I give you my money?
Oh, let me pause for a second. I want to see the website. How many people have bought into this? I've said this 100 times by now. This is the perfect day and age for scammers. It has never been so easy to scam people. It fucking takes a single tweet from like a 5-follower Twitter account and you'll have people buying into it. It is so easy to fucking scam people. Selling literal rocks out of a dumpster and calling them energy rocks and shit. It is an incredible time for scammers. I just want to see how many people have bought into this before continuing. Here's the leaderboards. Oh god, no. The number one guy, I don't know what this translates to USD. The number one guy here has $575,646 in it. Let's see, what is the exchange rate from a normal USD to an EUSD? Where is the exchange rate on here? About 1.2 million people have bought into it at the moment. Here, this seems fine. I'm just trying not to like show these people's information. Where do you see that 1.2 million people use this? Let me see their Twitter. This is a big project. I'm gonna scroll down. I'm gonna see my Council of Cock photo with the 2 Moby Huges and get banned like Mizkif. It is crazy. It is so fucking easy for people to get scammed. Well, no, so easy for scammers to scam people. People like to think they're so fucking smart and then they'll buy into a game that says they have one-to-one rendered the real world with more detail than you could ever imagine, with technology that our species can't even begin to comprehend. Fucking crazy. I just want to see the exchange from E-dollars to normal dollars. What am I looking at? These Beyblades, or is this like a flag? Oh, they're all flags. One dumb asshole over here owns a single piece of this highway. Who bought this? Oh, hold on, you can't even see it. Who bought this thing? Yeah, I want that one lane on that highway in the middle of fucking nowhere. Whoever this is should not be allowed to use money again. I just want to see the going rate. And then I'll go back to the video. Mountain View, California. Price per tile, $58. Available resources, fresh water, sand, limestone, iron ore, wood, coal, oil, and gold. What the fuck is this? Oh, I can actually see who owns it. Why? Fucking why? Chat keeps saying 1-to-1, but I don't believe that. I think they're getting confused because on the website, the scale is 1-to-1. So, like, they're claiming that they have 1-to-1 scaled the entire Earth in a game that doesn't have any loading screens, pop-ins, incredible detail, of vegetation, plants, and life. Like, I think they're getting confused with all the dog shit. This one, I believe, EUSD is about 33 cents. That sounds a little more reasonable. That's euros. Oh god, yeah, that sounds like Twitch chat. It's their own currency. So it's not fucking euros, Christ. Either way, dude's got fucking over 500,000 EUSDs invested into this game for no fucking reason. And it's not even, I don't know why I'm calling it a game. It is literally Google Earth, but they put a grid on it and are selling individual squares.
Who'd have guessed the man behind Earth 2 wouldn't be able to substantiate his 20-year professional history? His oldest online presence is of his LinkedIn profile, which has been online for only a few months. Kind of sketchy, right?
No, that sounds reasonable. The people who are getting scammed will never watch nor believe this video if they do find it.
People to at least check in on.
Everyone's too smart to be scammed until they give their credit card info to a guy on the phone. Says their computer has a virus. And I've never heard of that select, but I can check it out. Is this... Sorry to pause again. So, Trayer made an account and says it's 1-to-1. So if you want to buy an EUSD, it is 1 USD. And then I saw other people in chat saying the same thing. Holy fuck, that's even more pathetic then. Oh my god. That's fucking wild. Imagine being the dumb asshole who put nearly 600 grand into a non-existent dogshit concept. Oh my god, I can't believe it. With old people who get telemarketer scammed, it's like, oh my god, you know, it almost makes sense. Like, they're kind of old, they don't know what the telephone is. But that guy, no doubt, he has like a high-paying job, big salary position. He's like, you know what? I've got the next big thing. Earth 2. I'm going to make a fortune selling my fucking highway grid. Oh.
Easy money virtual real estate. Use my code down below. Like, this shit is disgusting, frankly.
My god, he has so many Earth 2 videos. What the fuck? Everything is an Earth 2 video. Holy shit. What do his comments say? These things are always so deep. I get so invested in this. Who is this? Matt Lorian. Most people are actually calling it out. They're just dropping like Xbox Live arcade codes in the comment, so I don't really know what that's all about.
Do not put money into this. It's a scam. I've emailed them many times over 3 months and still haven't sent my withdrawal.
Yeah, most people can immediately recognize this as a scam, I would
before
think.
Going to, and which oftentimes will
Let me see
stop
that again.
working to actually. I think you actually.
Full legal name, address, account name, email, exact bank account number, phone number. Oh my god. How? How can there be a single person that has a bank account, first of all, that would be comfortable giving all of this to anything? I wouldn't give this to, like, my own fucking mom if she asked out of nowhere. How? Seeing this right away should tip you off, like, I should never fucking associate with this. Like, not only could they take all of your shit, or withhold all of your shit, they could take shit from you too. It could literally be identity theft. You are paving the way for it. I'm surprised they don't also ask for, like, security questions, like, what was your first dog, your mom's maiden name, and stuff like that. Just in case. Do they also need a blood sample? Yeah, if you scroll down, I bet. We also need to do a urinalysis.
The initial purchases are very, very cheap, but obviously they set the prices of the land. And obviously they...
I want to buy Area 51.
Thinking and looking
Can I own
they're
it?
Making a bunch of money,
Then
and
visit?
they settle. We do not warrant the accuracy, adequacy, or completeness of the information on this website.
What does that even...
Nor do we undertake to keep this website updated.
Don't trust us.
It literally reads as... The stuff on here, the pricing, like...
It's all
who owns
garbage.
What, however, you know, gamer groups, whatever it might be.
So what do we
families,
do
whoever
about it?
is, you know, their grandmothers, etc., are going to be logging on Facebook and seeing...
How do we
what's little
stop
Johnny
them?
talking about. So if you did enjoy this video,
Check
the way
the
that you
subreddit.
let me know is...
That is fascinating. I actually can't fucking believe how easily people get scammed these days. Wild. Fucking wild. That's literal no effort. In their own terms, they're like, we might just walk away. It's like, yeah, fuck it, I'll put 600 grand in there. What's their subreddit? Let me check it out. Oh god, the subreddit's in denial. Oh boy. I'll just read you an excerpt. I am holding my tiles and I am not selling anytime soon. I believe in this project and I feel good when I see people think of this project as a scam because of their lack of research. It just shows you how this project is futuristic and it's out of their league. That gives all the first movers the advantage to jump in this market early before it gets saturated in the future. That makes me more excited than pissed off. Someone needs to get their dad off Reddit ASAP. This is bad. You should never be celebrating when the majority of people with like a 4th grade education recognize the shit you put money into as a scam. Don't get excited, get scared. Get your shit out and run. That is so fucking sad. I can't even be mad at someone like this because I know for a fact that they're probably very innocent. They've never played RuneScape, they've never been scammed, and they just refuse to believe it. So this video actually, or not this video, this John's video got posted, and the community was not excited. So this video got posted saying, Earth 2 with the biggest exposure yet, this is going to blow up big. Top comment, haters gonna hate. There's a post that mentions me. On this subreddit? Where? Well, now I just feel bad. And by that I mean, don't feel bad at all. The post is basically saying the devs need to release actual game footage immediately. I'm just going to go ahead and go out on a limb and say that'll never come. I can say with a high level of certainty, they probably don't really give a fuck about that. I don't think it's coming. Not to shit on Christmas for you. The top post is then saying, if I or Asmongold cover it at the state it's at right now, it'll forever cripple the project. They have to release something now, even if it's in a primitive state. I guess I mentioned here because I talked about Dreamworld. So I guess that's what they're referring to. But, man, just pull out. I'm not your dad, but now I just feel bad reading that. Just get the fuck out. I know you're not like able to, because it seems like they're not processing exits like payments you're due, but just try. It's so fucking sad. Like, I can't even really be mad at the people, man. I really can't. Like, reading these, they seem like nice people. Like, the people that have really committed to this and bought into this dream, they seem like friendly, nice people. Even these videos that are calling it a scam in their title, they're like, you know what, just let's respond calmly to this and talk about misinformation. And then they put $600,000 into this. Is it crypto, though? I didn't get that impression from Kira's video, and going on their website, it doesn't seem like crypto. You're paying 1-to-1. You are quite literally just taking a US dollar and paying for the shit in the game, and then you get a US dollar with an E in front of it. It doesn't really seem like crypto. Because it's not like an in-game currency, right? They pay you in USD and you just extract it? Or that's how it's supposed to work in theory, it just doesn't work? Yeah, I get, it's treated like NFTs, basically. You're buying nothing. Literal fucking nothing. So is there any new information that we haven't covered? Because otherwise I think that's about it. It's definitely worse than I would have expected, to be honest. I think that one's a far more evil scandal than Dreamworld. Dreamworld was an ambitious project that never had a single fucking chance of being made, but at least they put something there, albeit dog shit. This is an actual just money grab.